This video is sponsored by Space, bespoke elevating roofs for Volkswagen campers.
Welcome back to the channel. Since Mendoza, a lot's happened actually. We are currently in Córdoba, which is Argentina's second biggest city. So it's basically the Birmingham of Argentina. Right now, Ruby looks like this. She's a bit of a tit, to be honest with you, and it's because everything has literally gone wrong that is not to do, no, even with driving has gone wrong now as well. So since we got back into Argentina, we have had more problems with the Wallace. The burning chamber fell over and it caused it to burn incorrectly. It's melted the glow plug and it completely filled itself with soot. So whilst it was working, it wasn't functioning correctly. It started struggling to get to like highest temperature, and it had a lot of fumes and black exhaust. It was really hard to be in Ruby with it on, quite kind of dangerous, I think. So the good thing is, in Argentina there's a spares shop, and we've spoken to them and we've ordered some new pieces, and that cost us how much?
200 euros nearly.
Nearly 200 euros to replace those parts. We ordered them and had them sent from Buenos Aires to Córdoba, which is only 8 hours, and yesterday we got them. Here's a photo of Willow holding them in the parts office. So later on today we are going to take the unit out, swap the parts, give it a good clean, and hopefully that comes on and we finally have heating again, because Argentina is cold. How cold is Argentina? Cold.
Well, the blanket last night, I rolled over and it went because it was frozen to the side of the pop top, so it all like crunched off. That's how cold it was.
So hopefully we have heating back, we can cook on the Wallace again, although I don't mind cooking on barbecues. It's kind of a nice flavour, a bit different, and we've got lots of wood. So okay, Wallace broken, but we have parts. When we arrived at this campground that we're on the second or third night, our battery charger stopped charging. We've had a look at it, we've checked pretty much everything, and we can't see any problems, and so it looks like our battery charger has gone kaput. That's not good, because Argentina is approaching its winter and there's not much sun. Like we said, it is cold. Not much sun means what? Oh,
not much sun means not much charging. We made more in Mario's workshop where we parked under this tin roof, but we had like a little bit of side sun. We've made more there in a day than we did out here in the actual sun. That's how bad the sun is. It's like winter sun, you know, so it's really low in the sky and it doesn't really do a lot for us. So yeah, that's bad.
We are managing to cope without a battery charger. We've swapped a few things over and we're actually 100% charged right now. From we pulled ourselves up from 40, so that's good. But a new battery charger can be anything from 150 upwards, so add that to the list of things we need to spend money on. And then
stop. I'm going to stop you waffling.
Okay.
And we're going to go look at the final.
We're going to look at the final thing. Okay.
And I will tell you a story while we go about the quote that I got for the battery charger. I will show you the battery charger as we pass. There it is. Ow, I knelt on a spiky thing. Ah, these things are evil. So it appears that has gone wrong. I looked at the Victron stockists in like Argentina, because they show on a map where they sell their products. And then I messaged one and they had a charger and it was quite fancy actually, and I thought, oh, you know, maybe. And I got the price of it, and the price of the charger in Chile is about $220, and in Argentina it's $700. The same product from the same company,
Pretty much in the same continent, same part of the world.
I mean, literally you're talking like what, 10 hours apart, like cities here, and that's the price difference because the inflation here is insane. And then they said, oh, it doesn't do lithium, so
Okay, so you were going to tell us what the final thing we broke was.
yeah. So we hanging with our friends in the park, and we popped in Ruby, turned the key, and it went click. But it's not a dead battery, which is generally it's my relay impression.
Click, 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 click.
It wasn't the battery, and after a bit of poking, it was clear that the starter motor was getting power and it was getting a trigger, and it wasn't doing anything. So it was obviously the starter, and then some kind people pushed us up the street in reverse to bump the engine, and we got to here. So now we're dealing with the problem, which I think this is the solenoid, and
Solenoid for
the starter. This is the starter. If you want a quick idea of how it works, if you have absolutely no mechanical knowledge whatsoever, then that engages with the flywheel of your engine, and when you turn the key you send power to this spade terminal here.
Bring it closer, I can't see. Okay.
This gets power when you turn the key, and only when you turn the key. And then these are connected here like this, and this has a battery permanent live from your battery, so that when you turn this you get contacts in here, bridge out, and this bit moves forward, pushes that into your flywheel, and then spins it. Joyce is not going to spin now because it's on a little spirally thing in there. Spins that spins your engine, and then therefore your engine starts. And that's why if your starter fails, you can start your engine by rolling it along in gear and using a clutch to turn the engine over instead, if you happen to park on a hill, which we did not do.
You just need a strong Lee.
We need a Lee, 2 people from Uruguay, and a man trying to wrestle his toddler into a car seat. And we left, now we are here, and I think this is why, look at the trigger, it seems to have broken and snapped.
What's the other one like?
Well, yeah, this is the other one, and it's not moving at all. I was thinking maybe we could open it up, but it's all sealed, so you can't. This one I've had since Mexico. I've been carrying it for the opportune moment. So I am going to put this new one. I'm not sure it works. That's the thing. I have this like niggly feeling that it doesn't work, but it's a long time ago and I don't remember. Anyway, I'm going to fit this one on here, and we're going to...
So what should happen?
So when you need to test the starter, there's like 3 things that you can test. So you can test whether the motor just works. You put I've got this on the battery. Your earth cable just goes on the body because it doesn't have a wire for that, it's just chassis. And then you can test whether the motor itself is working.
Yeah.
Which it is, so that's fun. And then you can also test the solenoid engagement.
That's what pushes it into the engine.
So if you look, I'm touching this terminal here, which is a simulation of what happens when you turn the key.
Sounds like it's working.
The solenoid is working. I didn't actually even bother testing the other one, but I'm pretty sure it is dead. And then you can simulate what actually happens when the whole thing is in and mounted. So you test the 2 separate parts, then you earth it on this because this is always alive, and then bridge it out, which, yeah,
Okay.
not doing it very well. But basically you get the connection, it should engage the solenoid and then start the motor. There we go, better test. So that is how you test your starter motor. So it appears to be working.
Well, hey, so...
Yeah, but obviously this is unloaded. Doesn't have an engine to turn, so we're gonna
put it back in.
Yeah.
We need to resolder that wire on.
We need to, yeah. It seems that the spade terminal got pulled because the wire's a bit short and it's been like pulling on it. So we're going to extend it a little bit so it doesn't damage this one. Stick it back in, and if it works, I'm going to be so smug that I carried this solenoid around for 3 years.
Right, and then on to Wallace, baby.
Oh.
Hello. Hello. Right, so you're going to go in the back with these guys. You're going to turn the battery back on, and then if it is just that, I should turn the key when you say go, and it should just boom. Right?
Also, look, another thing we fixed. You haven't tried it yet.
And we never showed people our door cards that we did in San Felipe.
And look, wind it up, go on.
Okay,
Really.
but let me. How cool are these door cards? Yeah.
I think they're quite nice. And isn't that so much easier than it was?
So that's a double win. Also, that wasn't on the agenda.
We
but
have
they were fixed before.
a Brazilian winder mechanism.
Right, go to the back.
Back. Right. It is on now. Are you trying it now?
No.
You're not.
Do you want me to?
You don't have to, no. I don't want it in gear, that's for sure.
Is it in gear?
I don't know.
You gonna try?
As long as it's not in gear.
Nope.
Oh. Right then.
Connect the other batteries.
Yeah.
That's how you try it.
Interesting.
We disconnected something here when you were testing. So last time this happened, you were very sleep deprived.
I was.
What's going to be your diagnostic test from the key to the back, really, I suppose, and make sure you get in power.
We connected the batteries. I'm still only got 12.5 down at the ECU.
Yeah.
Yes. So the engine's running.
As you can hear.
As you can hear, which is good. But the bad news is I have no idea currently what happened.
Lee moved wires and made shit happen. That's not a good thing.
He's very proud of himself because he wiggles something and it turns on, but it means we have absolutely no idea why it's not worked, what it is. For the first time in like 2 years, the alternator is charging at charging voltage. Like, this is the look, starter battery, 14 volts. I haven't seen that for years and I don't know why it's doing it. And yeah, well, clearly there's been a change of head mechanic and you'll be taking over.
I'm allowed some fluky wins, but even I would say, just because I like you said, just because you got it to work doesn't mean it's fixed. You
Well,
just
we were
know, you
wiggling.
just have a better idea of where to focus your time on.
Yeah, because we wiggled this.
Let's go wiggle it, see if it does anything.
To explain, I just fitted this brand wiggled a wire and it just fired up.
Wiggle it, see if you can make the engine bounce.
Well, you wiggle it because you're the wiggler, huh? So smart.
I mean, well, that one's really loose, look. I mean, it's not doing anything, but...
Yeah, you don't pull it out. I hear you. But there's nothing to do with anything.
We're still getting 14.
Oh man, that exhaust pipe. You hear this? Oh. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's not a terrible engine fault like it sounds. It's because the welder got welding wire inside the exhaust and it sounds like that forever and ever. We are still getting 14 volts.
Let's see if it turns off and on. Oh, now we're dead again. Now let's go to the back.
Did you leave the ignition on?
I have.
So there's no fuel
There's no
pump.
fuel pump. Now there's a fuel pump. When I touch that wire.
Make it go. Yeah, but I think it's just a reset.
What's resetting then? Like the ECU?
Yeah, just resetting itself because it's what happens when I take the relay out. It's not a. And then it's gone. Right, baby, over to you.
Come loose. So yeah, we've got a weird problem here. Wiggled it, reset it, turned it on, and it came on, but it's odd. That's why I was taking the back apart, because you needed to look at like the ECU bit.
It's like it has to reset itself and then it goes.
Right, since taking the switch out, Ruby seems to just be turning on, and whilst Willow is giving me no credit for my fix, it is kind of a fix, even though we don't know why, which is a concern, and we would like to make sure we know what's going on. But I think the decision, right, love, is to drive it, huh?
Drive it until it brakes properly.
So as we are leaving the engine in its current state, we've moved on to refitting the new components. You can see the glow plug here needs changing, and then do you reckon, Rolf, heating?
Oh, I hope so. It's really, really cold.
Come on, baby,
It's really
give me some warmth.
cold.
Keep them fingers crossed for us, guys. Now, I think we've done a video about the Wallace before, and if we haven't, I know we're going to do one when we finally get it running, but this gives you a rough idea of how little space it uses. It's pretty good, right?
This is the moment I either save us
Make me warm.
£200 or I lose us £200.
No, it's not going to probably fire on the first time, as it's got no fuel in the
No, it
system.
won't, but I don't want to press the button. What if I...
Press the button. Keep everything crossed.
Please work!
You don't want to be cold anymore.
Please work, baby, I miss you. Can't handle the pressure, I'm just gonna look.
Have a bit of a breakdown.
Chug this beer. Watch it.
I remember one time we charged all the parts, it fired up super quick. It was just like, oh, it's on, stabilised.
It doesn't always struggle with the fueling. I think it either just turns on Like the first time I ever installed it, it just turned on. And then sometimes we've run out of fuel and you have to do it like 4 goes, don't you? Like to try and pull the fuel up.
I don't feel like it's fair that I should be this cold yet there's so many mosquitoes.
I know, they're like the size of small children and they're biting me. They're like,
yeah, it's icy in the morning.
It's really cold though, and they're huge. And yeah, normally when it gets cold, then at least you don't have mosquitoes to worry about.
Come on, we're looking for a stabilised red light.
Well, first we gotta... It's not trying to pump fuel yet. So we need to know the fuel pump's okay. So it should start like... Yeah. But it's not got there yet, it's not. It just reminded me actually, that cable must not touch that because we've been there as well and it ends up burning.
I can't stand the way.
No, it's killing me. Oh my god. I swear it doesn't normally take this long.
Still no fuel pump.
Does it normally take this long? It takes a while, right? It does take
Sometimes,
a while. And normally there's like an LED, isn't there, that flashes when it tries to do that. Oh, it is flashing. It's just started.
Okay.
Now it's doing fuel. You can hear it. Give me torch. Pretty quiet. It's doing it.
It's because we don't have Bolivian fuel in it anymore.
Fuel is going up the fuel pipe. And that means the fuel pump's not broken.
It's good for now. We just need a red light. Give me red light.
It's probably not going to fire it the first time.
Oh, it's trying. It's trying to...
It's trying.
Can't quite stabilise yet. It's thinking about it. Oh!
Oh! Oh!
Oh! Oh!
That's the red light!
Well, listen.
Come on, baby! You don't need a wireless technician, you just need me, who vaguely knows what they're doing.
You being cold.
Me is very motivated not to pay 500 euros.
It is an expensive unit.
Even
But when it's working though, I have no regrets. I mean, look how little space it takes. You can cook on it, you can leave it running all night and be warm in super cold places.
It doesn't take much room at all. You could even make this smaller actually, like this.
Could have
Goes
gone
like,
higher, yeah.
it would go if you really wanted it to. No, it's just it's quite an expensive boy to run, like the parts.
And now we just need to make sure we don't have a crazy flame.
It won't be because I've like
Cleaned everything.
well, I've realigned the burner and I've bent the tabs to hold the burner in place, so I really don't think it. And if I ever see it do that again, I'm gonna whip it apart like really fast before it coax itself up and does something stupid. Now I know what that means. But
Does that look like a face of someone who's cold?
it did die the first time and I was very sad, but now I can reveal
That is red.
we have eaten. And I just hope I haven't done anything stupid and it breaks again. I say that like I broke it last time. I didn't. But I hope it lasts a bit longer than our previous run because it was breaking all the time and I miss it so much when it breaks and it's so nice. And now there's a luxurious 13 degrees in the camper with the heating on, so yeah, we really need it.
So let's enjoy a bit of music is eclectic with Dave Francis on A1 Radio.
and crack open one of our 3 bottles of wine.
Yeah, baby.
We only have 3 bottles because it's an offer, right?
Or we're just buying 3 in one go.
Yes, because it's an offer. Not,
Yes.
We don't usually. We do. Who am I kidding? We'll catch you guys in the morning.
Good morning, guys. I am happy to report that the Wallace ran perfectly all night. It is still running now, and Willow has never been so happy. We are going to head off today. We still haven't quite got the engine problem sorted, so we're going to head into Córdoba to buy some new wiring to run from the front to the starter battery, and hopefully that solves the issue. So we will catch you guys next time.